So my name is Chelsea. I'm a single mum from Sussex. I have 2 boys. How did that happen? How did I let that happen? And why did they pick to do that to me? Due to circumstances in my personal life, I'm having to sell my house. I don't feel strong enough to not buy wine from the shop tonight. What a week. I have been drinking. Alcoholism, co-parenting, single parenting, toxic relationships, weight loss, depression. I know how hard this has been to still have a mortgage with somebody 6 years after being separated. Do my makeup with me as somebody that always uses a filter online. When I got into a new relationship after my separation, I was deemed as irresponsible. I was told I wasn't thinking about the children. How could you let another man into your house? These are my 3 things that I will never ever accept in a relationship ever again moving forward. Number 1, having our locations turned on. I don't want to know where you are all the time, and I don't want you to know where I am all the time. Number 2, anyone that feels like it is acceptable to remotely raise their voice to my children or to my dog.
What did I tell you guys? I told you this 2 videos ago. You're never the priority. First is her kids, then the baby daddy, then her family, then the dog, and then it's you.
No, thank you. Why would I allow you to raise your voice and shout at them? And thirdly, the last one is anyone that has nowhere to live when you meet them. Lives with a friend, or is sleeping on someone's sofa, or, you know, things happen in life, but there is always a reason that...
Exactly, ma'am. Shit happens in life, but you're a single mother for a reason. You're over 30. You have 2 children. You've been divorced. You're battling alcoholism and depression. And now you have standards. And you want a guy that can't even discipline your dog. Can you understand how delusional that is? This is why I tell you guys, stay away from single mothers.
That person doesn't have anywhere to live, and there is no way that I'm falling for any love bombing, letting you stay on my sofa and then not being able to get rid of you.
You let him hit it raw, you didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom, now you're a single mom.
Riddle me this. Why after a first date, if you make out, you end up in a 3-month-long situationship? If you just kiss once, you're never going to see that person again. If you fuck each other, that means you don't actually like each other. And if you don't touch at all, that means you found your husband.
It's simple, ma'am, because the one that actually wants a relationship, wants to get married, is not in a hurry to kiss you or to sleep with you, ma'am. The other ones are players. They're going to kiss you. They're going to give you the butterflies. They're going to sleep with you and then ghost you, ma'am. By the way, guys, stay till the end because there are 2 crazy videos at the end that I want you to see.
I heard that you want to date single moms. Well, come on.
Nope, you heard wrong, ma'am.
Come on, then. I'll give you a few pointers.
First things first, never offer to pay for a sitter. We actually love only being available for 2 hours every other Tuesday.
So not only that you're dating a single mother, you should also pay for the sitter, okay?
And if you ever notice that the trash needs to be taken out, do not. We love being superwoman. Oh, and never text back right away. We're already so used to playing games with our kids. We love men who play games too. Oh, and don't forget about the free meals. We already handle making the food all day for the kids. What's one more mouth to feed?
Okay, ma'am, I know you're being ironical. So let me ask you this. What's in it for the man? What does he get out of dating a single mother and taking care of another man's child? What? Nothing.
It'll be like having another kid.
I'm so heartbroken right now, and I don't want to look or feel like the version of myself that got played. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a haircut.
Yeah. Okay. Women are not innately attracted to like honor and justice and virtue. None of those things are like innately attractive to a woman. They don't, like, on the surface of them, like, you can be those things.
Yeah, sure.
But there's other things about you that she's actually attracted to.
Yeah, like your looks or your money.
Okay. Now, here's the kicker to that, right? Those things that, like, let's say morality and justice and virtue and honor, right? What that does, though, is it gives you status amongst other men.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
because other men respect those things, right? if we have honor amongst brothers, you will. This is exactly what happened to your friend. You just said, right?
Yeah.
You will sort him into your hierarchy and kind of put him on a pedestal a bit.
Yeah.
And then women observe that as a third party observer and see, oh, he has status amongst men.
True.
Therefore, he
I'd
is
attract him
attractive.
too.
This whole divorce thing, I really thought to myself, I'm gonna find a single dad who already has his kids so that I don't ever have to give kids to somebody else because I am done, right? Tell me why I saw a video that said, no good woman is gonna let go of a good dad and a good husband. Which means, like, any man who's single and has kids at some point did something to break that relationship apart.
Okay, ma'am, we all know that 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So are you telling me that in 70% of those cases, the man did something? That's why the woman got divorced? No, ma'am. That's so stupid. That's ridiculous to say. But of course you have no logic. And by the way, it's the same for you. Why would a man date a single mother that doesn't even want to give him another kid? It's so stupid. Only a simp would date you, ma'am.
It literally blew my mind because I hadn't thought about the fact that no
ma'am, it blew your mind because you have a very low IQ. That's why, ma'am.
woman in her good senses is gonna let go of a man that's a good dad and a good husband.
Yes, she will. Why? Because you're not logical, because you're emotional creatures. Because if you feel in that moment that he did something wrong, you get upset even if he didn't. And you all know it. Any woman that is watching this video, you know that's true. Even if he didn't do anything, if you feel like he did something, you will still get upset. So women can feel that something is wrong or that she doesn't want to be in that relationship anymore, even if nothing is wrong, and she can get divorced just because of a feeling, just because of emotion. There is nothing logical. So every woman that says this is because she has a low IQ and because she doesn't understand her own emotions. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
Women are more comfortable, not all, but they are more comfortable with being secure with government assistance than a man helping them in their life. Because if a man is in that house, they don't trust us enough to get off government assistance and let's build together.
There's a reason.
That's not my fault. And this is.
And it's not only government assistance. They trust their boss more than their husband. They will dress as the boss says, but not as the husband says. They will act a certain way at work as the boss says, but not as the husband says. Just think about that, guys.
This is the part that we're not understanding. I understand the ladies that went through that in that era, but the women that's in my era didn't go through what the women went through in the 70s and in the 80s. So these women that's growing up with this trauma from their mama can't be held against me because I was also raised by a single mother. You get what I'm saying? So you got to give me the same grace and understand, hey, I'm not who your father was to your mother. And we ain't going to be able to build if you got more faith in Uncle Sam than me.
I'm an independent woman. I can do it by myself. That line right there, social media turned it into a badge of honor, but no one's talking about the cost. Yeah, you can do it alone, but should you have to?
Yeah, it's fun now when you're 20 and you're a feminist and you say I hate all men and I don't care about men. But what happens when you're 40, when you're 50? It's so hard, ma'am, to live alone till you're 90 because probably with the technology that we have today, you will live till 90.
How many women are burnt out, lonely, divorced, exhausted, all while screaming, I got it on my own? We're not empowering women anymore, we're isolating them. There's a difference between having standards and being programmed to reject partnership altogether. Because now, a whole generation of girls thinks needing love, support, or protection is weak. But you know what's actually powerful? Letting yourself receive. Letting yourself be poured into, letting yourself be soft and still be worthy. And here's the scary part. Most of this isn't coming from your own voice. It's coming from influencers, women you trusted, who
They get influenced by social media, they get influenced by their mothers, their family, or by their friends. This is why I tell you guys, if you're in a relationship, you have to be able to talk to her and explain to her why it's not good to have single friends. They don't know what's better for you than your own husband, than your own boyfriend. They don't. They will never do.
Said, you don't need a man. But they never told you what that loneliness would feel like at 2 a.m. in the morning when there's no one to hold you.
I've been in a relationship for 6 years.
Okay.
With someone that intuitively it always felt good and right. We're on the same page about wanting to be married, wanting children, trip after trip, opportunity after opportunity, no engagement. This summer, we go to Europe for 3 weeks. My anxious attachment, I'm looking for a box when he's not in the room.
Yeah.
And I found it halfway through the trip. He brought it to Europe, and then we got to the last 3 nights of our trip, and I just crashed out because first of all, why would he wait until we're about to get on a flight back home? He's like, here's what I struggled with in the past, and this little experience during the trip kind of triggered that fear for me. Now 3 months have passed almost since Europe. So a month ago, I was like, look, it's draining my energy to feel like the jury's always out here. If we get to the end of the month and nothing happens, I've got to go because I really have to put a boundary to my hurt. It's not about.
So if a guy is undecisive about marrying you, the best thing is to confront him and to start arguing and nag him why doesn't he propose. Yeah, for sure that will make him propose, ma'am. You're so smart, so smart, so smart.
About in 1 month I want a ring on my finger. No, I don't give a shit. But I cannot keep sustaining this.
Because I think that women date men all the time who maybe they weren't initially attracted to, but because he's really funny or because he has a great personality or because he really, really adores her, they overlook the fact that maybe he's not very tall or not very handsome.
Yeah, ma'am, that's true, but you forgot one important thing. They always do that only after they hit the wall, only after they're 30 and they're done with chads, only when they're tired of chad just sleeping with them and ghosting them. Only after that, they give the not so handsome guy or the not so tall guy a chance, ma'am.
Or, is balding or da-da-da-da.
Right.
I don't think men can say the same. I don't think a man would be with a woman because she has such a great personality if he didn't find her physically attractive.
Ma'am, do you still get dates? Yes, you do. So that's not true.
Yeah, I think men are a bit more shallow when it comes to looks. And I think they project that onto women. I think that's why the male-female...
My guy, just by the way that you gesticulate, just by the way that you talk, how you sit in that chair, you're very feminine, my guy. So there is no point in listening to what you have to say. We're just going to skip this video.
This isn't me, this is a DM. My ex-boyfriend lived 2 train journeys away, a trip I would take every weekend to meet him at 11 p.m. on a Saturday. That's late. It was days after my birthday and I just got home from a weekend together. He gave me a Pandora promise ring. Oh. Like always, I
don't even know what that is, guys. Maybe I'm too old.
Texted saying, I'm home, only to find the message wasn't sending. And that's when I realised I'd been blocked on everything out of nowhere. Yeah. I had no idea this was going to happen. Nothing seemed off. The last I saw and heard from him was saying goodbye after my birthday weekend. Not a single explanation, just blocked.
So if you're unable to feel what a vibe is, then how do you have empathy?
We know how the vibe is because we have guys.
You're making it seem like saying a vibe is just some crazy ass shit off the wall.
It is, ma'am. It's an invented word. Why? Because you don't understand why you're attracted to that man. You don't understand why he gives you the butterflies. So you just say, he gives me a good vibe. It's so stupid, ma'am.
He acts the way I want him to act.
No.
I'm so confused.
He acts the way that's attractive.
Yeah.
Let's see, here's the difference between me and you. I can actually define vibe. You guys fucking can't. I'll explain it for you. The vibe is an ambience you create as a man where she feels safe, guarded, has a good time, is able to enjoy herself and let loose. That is a vibe, right? How the fuck can I define your ridiculous nebulous words, right? But you guys can't when you're the ones using it. I'll tell you why, because I understand women. So when they say dumb shit like good energy, what does that mean? He's not a criminal, not a weirdo. I feel safe around him. He's socially proven by other individuals.
I can be myself.
Other people come up to him and say, "Oh, yo, what up, blah, blah, blah." He's not a weirdo. That's what it means when women say vibe or good energy. But it took me years to figure this shit out because women aren't straight about anything. So I have to become a man, get rejected, get a couple gray hairs from talking to you guys to figure out what the hell you guys actually mean in your womanese. But here's the difference. I had to figure this shit out. You guys don't.
What is the most painful thing anyone has ever said to you?
Someone once said to me, who was like my best friend at the time, my guy best friend, that he would love to love me if he didn't love his girlfriend so much. Come again? Like, in that moment, I was absolutely befuddled, stupefied.
Why, ma'am? Did you think that he actually wanted to be your friend? Men have nothing to gain from being friends with a woman. Now I understand if you're friends from when you were kids, or you're friends because you work in the same place. But other than that, men have nothing to gain from being friends with a woman.
Twist, we're not friends. He sucks. When someone is in a relationship, like that is hard stop. That is it.
Why was that painful for you?
She was so delusional in thinking that the guy wanted to be her friend just because of her brilliant personality. That's why she has a nose ring, because she has a very good personality.
Looking forward to making more meaningful friendships and relationships in college. I felt that I had met someone who I actually was compatible with on an intellectual level. To then have this happen.
I don't know if you can see on the video, guys. Can you see the glasses? Let me just put the picture up so you can see the glasses. Okay, guys, so now you can see the glasses. Just from the glasses, guys, you can understand what kind of a woman she is. Nose ring, those kinds of glasses. And she actually thought that that guy wanted to be friends with her just because of her personality. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
What other things should I be thinking about in terms of seduction? If I want to be, because one of the central things I need to understand, as you've said, that the pickup artist community learned is what actually leads to the outcome. Because if I was to ask a woman, hey, how can I become more attractive to a woman? I guess what she might say to me is, be nice, be, you know, what, I don't know.
I've asked that question to so many women in my life, and I've never gotten a good answer, because that's almost always...
Because women don't actually know what they want. They say they want one thing, but then you see they are attracted to something different. Oh, I want the nice guy, I want this, I want this personality, this. And then you watch, all of her exes weren't like that. All of them. All of her exes were the bad boy, were the chads, were the kinds of guy that just slept with her or cheated on her, and that's it.
The response is, I want a kind man. I want a man who is, I feel safe with. I want a man who is loving.
They want a guy that they can feel safe with. That's why they go after the guys that were in prison, of course.
And usually the guy in question is listening to that and be like, well, what the fuck's the problem? It's like, I'm kind of shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, I need to be kinder. And they start to lean into that even more. And I don't think that these women are necessarily lying to these men, but they're leaving out the most important part. One of my most popular YouTube videos is the part that women always leave out, that speaks exactly to this problem, which is that women do want those things that they list off when men ask them that question. They just want them from the men that they're attracted to.
And the guys that they're attracted to have certain traits, as I showed you in the previous video, that the nice guys don't have. The dark triad. I'm going to put it on screen. Just research it, guys.
They want the men they're attracted to be kind and to be loving and to be generous and to make them feel safe.
But what made them attractive in the first place wasn't those qualities. Was the dark triad that I've been talking about, guys.
But it's not like being kind and generous and making women feel safe is going to lead them to feeling attracted to you. And that's the part that women leave out.
I didn't learn until my 30s that you're not supposed to show up on a date completely authentic. You're supposed.
And why do you think that is, my guy? Because women don't want the actual truth. Women want to be lied to. Because women fall in love with what they hear.
supposed to show them the version that you think they want you to be. But there's this mutual understanding that that's not sustainable. But whatever you start with, it's going to degrade. So you might as well start here and end up where you really are, than start where you really are with the understanding of you might degrade. But no, this is who I will stay this the whole way.
Yeah.
So more like globally like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, okay, I actually like that because you're so right. And I talk about that not so directly, but I talk about trajectory. I talk about like a woman wants to see you for who you can be and who you're going to be. So, for example,
So they're delusional, ma'am, because they don't accept reality. They fantasize about something that it's not there.
you're unemployed today, don't go there and be like, yeah, I don't have a job, it sucks. Go there and be like, I'm in between things and I'm looking into a job in X, Y, and Z fields. And one day I hope to do this and that. And then it's like actually kind of fine that you're unemployed.
So what you're saying now, by the way, I'm loving this. So I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt me back or leave negative comments. What you're saying
is that women like to be lied to.
Makes sense because that isn't what to show a woman. That's a perspective to have for yourself.
Mhm.
That's not I'm a loser. It's I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
So I do think that's that's a positive way of
And
being.
I'm all about authenticity. Like you want to give an authentic version of yourself, but like the best version of yourself and where
But the best version of yourself, the version you could be, it's not what you actually are at that moment in time. So you're lying. Can you see their logic? They have no logic. We're just going to skip this video.
Today I fucked up by swiping on my girlfriend's phone, NSFW. So
By the way, NSFW means not safe for work.
this happened a few days ago, and I'm still not sure I'm 100% ready to tell the story, but here it goes. I've been with my girlfriend for about a year, and I already know she is the love of my life. She's perfect for me, we're perfect for each other, we're getting ready to move in with each other, and I want nothing more than to start a family with her and spend the rest of my life with her.
Okay.
We went on a short vacation last week, and when we returned, she gave me her phone to look at some photos from the trip. She went to the bathroom while I had her phone, and as I was scrolling through the pictures, it kind of jumped to a period that was about a year and a half ago. If you have an iPhone, you know what I'm talking about. You scroll a little bit too fast, and all of a sudden you're back at the start of the photo album. It's annoying as hell. But some photos caught my eye. Some photos that I really shouldn't be seeing, of her and a previous boyfriend. There she is, the love of my life, trying to get her mouth around the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life. I've watched a lot. I've never seen a dick like this. I'm talking bigger than 2 Coke cans stacked on top of each other, longer and thicker. As far as I could tell, she was unable to get her teeth around it.
What the fuck? My guy, why does she still have photos like that in her phone? With her ex. Why? Especially sex photos. Why, my guy? That's a very big red flag. And you see how he worded it. Photos that I shouldn't have seen. Why, my guy? Why do you think that you shouldn't know everything what's in your girlfriend's phone? Why? Why do you think that's an invasion of privacy? It's not, my guy. You're just a simp. You're just weak. Fuck.
I could see another thumbnail of her comparing the size of his dick to her forearm with a look of wonder and glee on her face.
Do you even know if that's her ex or that's just a guy that she was smashing? It's so stupid, I swear.
I closed the pictures and I acted like nothing has happened, but I cannot get these images out of my mind. I've never been self-conscious about my dick size. In fact, if you believe the stats, I'm significantly above average, but this has destroyed my self-esteem. We haven't had sex since. I can't concentrate on my work. I just wish I had never seen those damn pictures.
So guys, he was sad about seeing those pictures. Instead of being angry, why does she have those pictures on her phone? Can you see how simpish he is? Can you see his simp mentality? This is why I say nowadays men are weak, men are feminine. Because they are.
Oh my god.
2 Coke cans?
Well, I'm 35.
Okay.
And the bar that I work at, there's all these like younger dudes, but they always hit on me. And I'm like, okay, well.
And I'm delusional in thinking they actually want a relationship with me when they actually just want sex, because women their age don't want to sleep with them. Yeah.
They should.
I'll let it, you know? Well, last weekend, it was like 2 weekends ago, these two guys, they invited me out. They were like, when do you get off? Like, just come bar hop with us. And I'm like, you know what? It was a Sunday. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, why not?
Why not?
They're 25. And so I go around with these two guys and just like walking the streets, playing pool, having a great time. And I could tell like one of them that I wasn't as attracted to, he was like kind of calling dibs on me.
Okay.
And
it's so annoying when that happens. You're like, no, the other one.
Yeah. And then I'm like, but also like, I probably like, these guys are like 10 years younger than me. Like, I shouldn't, you know? And so then.
But she's 35,
And I get hungry. And they're like, we have this place that has like the best fucking chicken tenders.
Amazing.
And I'm like, I don't even really like chicken tenders, but like, I'll
Let's
try.
dig into that later. Let's dig into that later.
I know. I'm so weird. But so we go and I'm sitting in this like loungy area.
She's 35, but she acts like she's 25.
Yeah, sandwiched between these two 25-year-olds. Just like shooting the shit. Like, it was so fun. Like, we had great conversation.
Yeah.
And then these chicken tenders came out. And
you're like, disgusting.
Monsters.
Get them away from me.
No, they made me horny. Like, they were monster chicken tenders. Like, I put them in my hand, and I was like looking at one of the guys, thinking like, I'm like, I bet his dick is like this much. Like, I literally was thinking that, and so then I
hope you appreciate the kind of videos that I have to go through, the kind of brain rot that I have to go through daily just to make videos for you guys.
We eat the chicken tenders. I'm like, look, I'm going to go home. Like, they walk me to my car. I pull out of the parking lot, and it's so dark. And I see this, like, figure walking, like, waving me down. And it's the hotter one.
Fantastic.
And so I roll my window down, and I'm like, yes. And he's like, so he like leans into my car window. It was so hot. And he was like, so let's say he goes home. Like, where does that put you? I was like, that fucking puts me with you. Like, I'll come over. And he was like, all right, bet. And so his friend left. And then I went up with him. We ended up hooking up. Like, it was fucking great.
Hell yeah.
And like, that was it. Like, I'm just like, you know what? I had a fun night. I had chicken.
Can you see the expression on the woman that is listening to this? She wished she had the same encounter. She wished.
Tenders, I got an orgasm. Like, it was wonderful.
You girls make me so proud.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.